She told me, "You're just a phase," so I quietly built a life she no longer fit into. After 2.5 years of viral weekends and festival flings, Jade dropped the bomb that I was merely a placeholder until she finished having fun. Instead of begging for a future she didn't want, I shifted my energy. I stopped planning our dates, reclaimed my weekends for woodworking and a hiking group, and quietly closed on a fixer-upper while she was off at Coachella. As she chased new party friends and posted arm-in-arm selfies captioned, "Making memories before I'm tied down," I tore out cabinets by day and met Aria, a pediatric nurse who loved my homemade pasta, by night. Months later, when Jade tried to circle back claiming she was finally ready to settle down, she found I'd traded placeholders for real commitments, a home with my name on it, and a partner who saw me as forever, not just a phase. She said, "You're just a phase. I'll settle down when I'm done having fun." I said, "Good to know." Then I quietly rearranged my life in a way that left her completely out of it. Months later, this is what she saw. I'm 31 and was with Jade, 29, for 2.5 years. We met through mutual friends and hit it off immediately. She was vivacious and spontaneous, the life of every party, while I'm more laid back. Year 1 was great. By year 2, cracks began to show. She'd disappear for entire weekends with her girls, go to music festivals without inviting me, and forge new friendships in a YOLO lifestyle. 4 months ago, over dinner at my place, I mentioned my cousin's October wedding and asked if she'd be my +1. Jade laughed and said, "October? That's 5 months away. Who knows where we'll be then?" When I pressed, she sipped her wine and said, "Connor, let's be real. This is fun, but I'm not ready to settle down yet." I reminded her. We'd been together over 2 years. She shrugged. "I'm 29. I want to travel, meet people, experience things, not plan weddings. You're comfortable and safe, but you're just a phase while I figure out what I really want. When I'm 32 or 33, I'll be ready for the settling down thing, marriage, kids, whatever." I said, "Good to know where I stand." And she returned to scrolling Bali influencer stories. That night I decided, if I was her phase, I'd behave accordingly. No drama, no begging, just practical adjustments. 3 months later, I stopped planning dates, stopped stocking her fridge, and stopped integrating with her festival-going friends. While she chased Vegas weekends, yacht parties, and new Instagram adventures, I quietly rebuilt my own life. I enrolled in a woodworking class, joined a Saturday hiking group, volunteered teaching kids to code, reconnected with old friends, and, most importantly, looked for a home of my own. With no announcement to her, she was at Coachella when I closed. I bought a 3-bed, 2-bath fixer-upper with a huge backyard. I spent weekends tearing out cabinets, refinishing floors, and painting walls. I posted nothing online. This was, for me, not for show. Through that hiking group, I met Aria, a 28-year-old pediatric nurse with a love of dogs and dad jokes. We clicked over terrible trail mix and worse puns, just friends at first. Still technically with Jade, even if I was just her phase. Meanwhile, Jade's Instagram escalated. Arms around random guys, captions like, "Making memories before I'm tied down." When her friend Brittany commented, "Live your life before you're boring later," Jade replied, "Exactly. Plenty of time to be boring." She had defined me as boring. Message received. In month 3, while Jade was in the desert at Burning Man, I taught Python at the youth center. A mom picked up her kid and said, "You're so good with them. Do you have kids?" I laughed. My girlfriend was explicitly avoiding anything boring like commitment or children. That night I texted her, "We need to talk when you get back." She returned sunburned 3 days later. Over coffee, I thanked her for calling me a phase. It clarified things. I don't want to be anyone's placeholder. Let's end this clean. She was shocked. This wasn't the script she'd expected. I drove her home. We broke up. 2 months later, Jade's fun phase became a highlight reel of parties and trips. I threw myself into renovating my house and my new routines. Arya and I grew closer. Jade's attempts to reconnect, 2 a.m. texts asking if I missed what we had, went unanswered. She even tried volunteering at the youth center, then vanished for more festivals. When she learned about my house from a mutual friend, she accused Me on social media of making major life decisions in secret. The irony wasn't lost on me. She who called me a phase was furious I'd built a future without her. Last month, life really took shape. I'd moved in, the garden was sprouting, and I had started dating Arya, this time with no hedging. On Jade's 30th birthday, she texted, "I've done a lot of thinking. I'm ready to settle down. With you." I met her at a cafe. She looked tired. She said she realized she'd been stupid and wanted a serious relationship. I asked, "You're ready?" After calling me a phase. She said love doesn't just go away. I reminded her her own words. She'd call me a placeholder. I told her the house was for my future, which she'd said she wasn't part of yet. She left in tears and has blocked me since. Now I live in the home I bought with someone who values me now, not later. Jade saw me as a phase. I outgrew waiting for her to decide I was worth settling for. Turns out neither of us was done having fun. But I found a definition of fun that didn't involve being tucked away until someone was ready. The best revenge wasn't revenge at all, but building the life I wanted with people who wanted me in it from day one.